MEDDPIC is an acronym for Metrics, Economic Buyer, Decision Criteria, Decision Process, Paper Process, Implementation Plan, Champion, and Competition, which is a framework used in tech sales to help qualify opportunities and close deals. Each component of MEDDPIC represents a key factor that sales reps should consider when working with potential customers. Metrics. The first component of MEDDPIC is metrics, which refers to the measurable outcomes that a potential customer is looking to achieve. Sales reps need to understand the specific metrics that a customer is looking to improve, such as revenue, cost savings, or increased efficiency. Understanding these metrics is critical because it allows sales reps to position their products or services as a solution to the customer's specific needs. Examples of these questions related to metrics include, tell me about your biggest challenges when it comes to X. What metric is suffering most as a result of that? What specific metrics are you looking to improve? How will you measure the success of this project? What is the ROI you expect to see from this solution? Economic buyer. The second component of MEDDPIC is economic buyer, which refers to the person or group of people responsible for making the final purchasing decision. Sales reps need to understand who the economic buyer is and what their priorities are to ensure that they're engaging with the right people. Understanding the economic buyer also allows sales reps to tailor their messaging to the specific needs and priorities of the decision makers. Example of questions related to economic buyer includes, who are the decision makers in the buying process? What is the role of each stakeholder in the buying process? What are the priorities of the economic buyer? Decision criteria. The third component of MEDDPIC is decision criteria, which refers to the specific requirements and criteria that a potential customer is looking for in a solution. Sales reps need to understand the decision criteria to position their products or services as a solution to the customer's specific needs. Understanding the decision criteria also allows sales reps to tailor their message to resonate with the customer's pain points. Examples of questions related to decision criteria include, what's driving you to solve all this now rather than later? What are your specific requirements for this solution? What features are essential for this solution to be considered? What are the key decision criteria for this project? Decision process. The fourth component of MEDDPIC is decision process, which refers to the steps and timeline involved in the decision-making process. Sales reps need to understand the decision process to ensure that they're engaging with the customer at the right time and providing the necessary information at the right stage of the process. Examples of questions related to decision process include, what's going on in the business driving this to be a priority? What is the decision-making process for your organization? What are the key stages of the decision-making process? What information do you need at each stage of the decision-making process? Paper process. The fifth component of MEDDPIC is paper process, which refers to the legal and financial requirements involved in closing a deal. Sales reps need to understand the paper process to ensure that they are aware of the legal and financial requirements and can provide the necessary information to the customer. Examples of questions related to paper process include, what is the legal process involved in closing a deal? What are the financial requirements for this project? What documentation do you require to move forward with this project? Implementation plan. The sixth component of MEDDPIC is implementation plan, which refers to the steps and timeline involved in implementing the solution. Sales reps need to understand the implementation plan to ensure that they can deliver this solution within the customer's desired timeline and budget. Examples of questions related to implementation plan include, what is the implementation timeline for this project? What are the key milestones in the implementation plan? Who will be responsible for implementing this solution? Champion. The seventh component of MEDDPIC is champion, which refers to the internal advocate within the customer's organization who is driving the purchasing decision. Sales reps need to identify and cultivate champions to help drive the deal forward and provide valuable insights into the customer's needs and priorities. Examples of questions related to champions include, who is the internal champion for this project? What is their role in the decision-making process? How can we work with the champion to move this deal forward? Lastly, in MEDDPIC, it's the competitive component, and this refers to evaluating the competitive landscape in which a product or solution operates. It involves understanding the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats posed by competitors and their products, as well as the key differentiators that sets your product apart. By analyzing the competition, sales teams can better position their products, address objections, and differentiate themselves from the competition. Some questions that can be asked around competition include, are you evaluating any other solutions? What are their strengths and weaknesses? How do their products compare to ours in terms of features and functionality? What is their pricing model and how does it compare to ours? What is our unique value proposition and how do we differentiate ourselves from the competition? To use MEDDPIC effectively in tech sales, sales reps need to follow a structured approach that allows them to gather information insights from potential customers. Here are some steps to using MEDDPIC in tech sales. Conduct research on the potential customer's industry, business, and pain points to understand their specific needs and priorities. Identify key stakeholders involved in key decision-making processes and understand their roles and priorities. Use a discovery call or meeting to gather information on each component of MEDDPIC, asking the appropriate questions to gain a deeper understanding of the customer's needs and decision-making process. Use the insights gathered from the discovery call or meeting to develop a customized proposal that addresses the customer's needs and pain points and provide a clear path forward. Once you ingrain these into your head, I'd save this as a framework template that you can copy and paste into your CRM so you can take notes and make sure you're gathering the right information throughout the sales cycle. Take some time to rewatch and understand the concepts from start to finish and start applying them in your sales qualification.